Hey, welcome to Fabled 42, where we live, we laugh, and we. Oh, that's not right. Where we build community through friendship, um, gaming, and chaos. Guys, I really feel like I'm embracing chaos lately. And to stay on that theme, I prepared minimally for tonight, hoping that chaos shall ensue. Uh, waha?
Let chaos reign.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, just lean in
Just
when
lean
it's
into the
gotten
chaos.
this wild.
Drinks are good.
House.
Cheers to that.
Okay, so it's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been
Um,
since October 12th.
We've been talking about it's episode 14, and we were talking about events that happened on August 3rd, I believe. Yeah, we've really stretched the chaos out. We've really just laid it flat, and it's starting to tear.
Enrolled it.
Hey, we're back. Who are we? I am Colin, DM Colin. I guess do I start calling myself DM Colin? I don't even know.
That's
FFRPG. I make a kids game. I make a kids D&D game. Believe it or not. So if you're ever thinking like, D&D is fun, I should get my kids to play. They're between the ages of 3 and 10. Check it out. I have these lovely players. We are going to do some sponsor announcements. We are going to play our intro video, and then we will get into the game. So let's hit it with the announcements.
I don't know who you're pointing to. It's probably me, though, somehow. I don't know.
It is you.
Anyway, Griffin Co., longtime sponsor of Fabled 42. They make lots of awesome 3D printed things and other random things, like just neat things and gifts and whatnot. So you should totally go and look at their site, griffinco.com. If you use the code Fabled42, you get 22% off your purchase. So go check them out. Lots of fun things. Holidays coming up.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes. The holidays are coming up. So if you have a friend or a family member who loves to play D&D or is a DM, check out Underground Oracle because they have a ton of like neat supplements for the 5e 5th edition. Right now they've got something called Monsters Mythica, Bogan and Bogart. So you can get these sorts of supplements with little new creatures, and the creatures have fun little things that you can add into your games or use as character flavor text if you want. Check it out, undergroundoracle.com.
Very nice.
I was about to say, oh man.
Oh, it is my turn. Sorry.
It's guys.
Me next.
It's been. Let's just get it out there. It's been a week for a lot of us. I feel. You too. Oh, cool. So we're all gonna just give each other a break. Maybe.
And while you're taking that break, having a zen moment, and you think to yourself, it is time I treat myself to some wonderful new goodies. How about Nine Realms Gaming, our other sponsor for the evening, who create handmade products from natural, high-quality woods. They create quality and affordable gaming accessories, such as dice towers, dice trays, dice vaults, and DM screens. They even do special customized work, and it's really good shit. So, if you want to buy some, 10% off your next purchase. Use Fabled42 when you check out at ninerealmsgaming.com.
Also, the command I always forget. Obviously, exclamation critical will get you entered into our giveaway of the night from our sponsor, Critical Dice. Special thanks to Jason over there. He is very nice. He sends the clickety clacks out to people in US and Canada, excluding Quebec, because he just has this thing. It's just like, no, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe talk to him about it later. So help support the channel by clicking a link below that I thought it was crit dice. It's not critical. Is it just all the way critical dice? Maybe. Let's see.
Think?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's just crit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Stack, see, I stopped myself.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm totally ready.
Yeah. Totally.
Don't forget to swing by this coming Monday for the next episode of Crypt Creatures at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, which is our horror-based campaign here on the Fable 42, DM'd by none other than the lovely MZ Dusty. And then Duke City Chronicles, I believe we're recording an episode this weekend, an episode or two. So there might be a new one this Friday and then another new one definitely coming next Friday. But that is every Friday at 3. Where's it's not there. I think it's 3 p.m. Pacific.
3 Pacific. Yeah, it is.
And that's the Monster of the Week campaign, DM'd by none other than Critical Dice sponsor Jason Russell. But yeah, be sure to hang out with us throughout the week. We got a lot of different shows for all of you. And if you miss us, Colin.
Oh, nice transition. YouTube. I'm sure y'all have heard of it. I know it's like a small startup, but they store our videos that we create for you to go back and watch. You can watch any of our shows. Our show specifically usually comes out on Friday, just after Wednesday. 2 days. Come on, guys. That's service with a smile. Check us out on YouTube and subscribe today so you don't miss out. Also, thinking of subscribers, on Twitch, if you subscribe to our Twitch channel, you have a luck and inspiration to give to the players or me to help us out on our adventures. And finally, guys, drum roll, we have a bigger announcement than usual tonight. If you are in the Bay Area, there's a little thing called SF Fan Expo, San Francisco Fan Expo. Well, we are going to have some tickets to said Fan Expo to give out next week. So stay tuned. Keep your ears and eyes open on our Discord, and we will keep everyone abreast to the giving away of those tickets. So that's going to be really cool. And believe it or not, I've heard a rumor that there may be some Fabled 42 cast also checking it out. So yeah, stick around. Okay, guys, we did it. Thank you for sticking around. We're going to play a little intro video for you, and then we will be right back with our show. Stick around, guys. We'll be right back.
Solon, a world caught just outside the blessed fields of Elysium. Home to the migrated Cardinals, celestial animal kin searching for adventure. The Sun Guard are the protectors of this realm, standing against the forces of evil that seek to disrupt a lasting peace. It has been over 100 years since Bell's dark invasion faltered at Boiler Bay. In the north, Pelor's warming glow bestows prosperity to the nations of light. But in the south, a new story unfolds.
Ayo, and we are back. Ooh, orange soda drink. We don't I shouldn't say their names.
Not unless they want to be our sponsor.
Our future sponsor.
Yeah, you guys. We'll just have to
drinks go, though? Not
blur
my
it out.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you like strawberry soda though?
Blur
Strawberry
it out
soda.
unless they want to give us some money.
Strawberry, you can't drink that much of.
Why? Too sugary?
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
How about
Yeah.
how about some grape? I got some great
I
grape
like
in
grape
here.
flavors. I have grape like what is it, like Crystal Light type drink. That's grape. I think grape's great. I like grape juice.
These are
too.
grapes that went bad.
Oh well.
Ooh.
Oh,
Or
I see what
gotcha,
you
yeah,
did
yeah.
there.
Today's going
I
quite
want some
well.
bad grape.
All right, guys, let's recap. It's been a while, but where we left the group last, they had started the next day. Guys, it's like day 3. We're chugging along there. This is great. Day 3, morning comes. If you forget, Shay received some mysterious mail, and both Calliope and Envy had slightly disturbing dreams. BukBuk, so they went out the morning to meet up with BukBuk to be informed that Fenric Molson has retreated from Gorespire Keep, taking his pack with him, leaving the Night Watch really in confusion. Kind of as a fast reaction, BukBuk sent the Night Watch home for the day. And he was going, as you joined him in the morning, to an abandoned night tower. Not abandoned, but not empty, an empty night tower. He was going through papers where he then talked to you about the next steps. Basically, BukBuk and the group came to a conclusion that BukBuk would prepare to take control of the Night Watch. But they noticed BukBuk was wary at times, was concerned. Towards the end, though, he decided to kind of distract himself from these negative thoughts by promising to take a contingent of Night Watch out to the cave to further investigate what had transpired there with the Utyogs. So they had that little exchange has taken a good portion of the morning. It is now late morning, nearing lunch. And as the group may remember, on their schedule of events, really there's 2 things left up for the day. There is meeting with Zaroc after lunch, so coming up pretty soon. And then there's the ball later the evening. I guess maybe the third thing is shopping has been mentioned. So that is what is on the board. So, guys, you have walked out of the night tower. All of you kind of just struck with this just uncomfortableness of how like important and serious these events have been, yet your group kind of has a calm demeanor about feeling that the next steps coming forward will be good. And the day is yours. You look up, you see that, well, you don't see the sun, but you can hear the market, the busy streets as people leave their offices and work, perhaps going to grab food for lunch. What would you guys like to do?
I guess we're going shopping.
We have time to do that?
There's
Before-
always
Oh.
time for shopping, Lupin.
I mean,
Well, I guess we could go meet
Sure.
Zaroc first. If we want to be responsible, we could go like
I think we have time to go shopping, and then our meeting. We have plenty of time.
oh,
What time is it?
how much time do we have? We
It's
don't
like
even know.
equivalent of 11 o'clock, so like your meeting
Oh,
at
we only
1.
have an
You 2
hour
hours.
to
You have 2
shop?
hours. You have 2 hours. Is that pushing it, Envy?
Envy,
I don't know.
you are with a master shopper. I'm sure an hour is plenty of time.
You say this, but I'll let you guide us in this department, Shay. Also, we're on a budget, just so we're
Okay.
clear.
So what?
And do
A time budget or a
No,
money
price
budget?
budget. Yes.
I think both. I think both.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we passed by something, Master DM.
I'm gonna say that
I-
you know where in the market this like a storefront style
Okay.
shop could be. You didn't see anything during the first pass, but you're pretty confident that if you look around Meats by Marcus, kind of that area of storefronts, one street back from Squalor Square in the open markets, that seems to be where there's a lot of storefronts that are, specific use.
Is everyone coming? Group affair? Group shopping? Excellent.
Yes, Calliope's gonna go.
Sure.
Vesta says, "Yes, I guess so." I thought, wow, cool, that'll get better.
Hey.
You take off from the night tower. Oh, don't worry, I'll say a few things. I'll sneak some of her sass in there if I can.
Yes.
You make your way just down the central roads. You remember that being in the night tower, you're pretty close to that main intersection where the two streets come in and then go north towards the keep, along where the open market district is and the shops behind it. You walk along the open market and you turn down the street that you know has this row, sometimes lining both sides of the street. Sometimes there are buildings that seem to be, they aren't storefronts, or at least they don't have signs to be storefronts that might take up. They could be odd-shaped buildings, larger or longer, two-story, intermixed between 2 or 3 storefronts at a time. And sure enough, you go past Meats by Marcus, a few other storefronts, and kind of at the end of this street, you see this like flag that's kind of rustling in the wind coming off the coast, and it's a white cloth, really clean, really kind of like bright white cloth with some kind of denim-looking material in a pattern around it, kind of like handles or something. You've never really seen anything like it. And then along the bottom, inscribed in common letters, kind of with a little scoop to it, is Tim the Cool Man Taylor.
Oh, wow.
This is the spot. I remember there was something like this. Yeah, this is it.
So as you look at the storefront, it's functional. There are displays ranging from common wear. There's one style mannequin kind of in this front window that's wearing several like fancy layers of coats and vest and shirt underneath. You just see those like layerings under the coat where there's a vest and there's a shirt and pockets with like maroon color on a brown fabric. It's got a little bit of a navy blue tie. What's those fluffy ties? I forgot what they're called, but like kind of poofed out a little bit.
Corsage?
No,
Is it a corsage? No.
it's a
Not a cummerbund.
Boutonniere? A boutonniere?
no. Those are flowers.
Chat, y'all know what we're talking about? It's that
It's the fluffy tie.
Corsage?
Anyway,
It's like comes
yeah, I don't
out.
know. Yeah, it's
Anyways.
all fluffy. I just, yeah.
somebody Google it.
But like, there's not really fluff behind it. It's crisp, clean, sharp walls, white, and you walk in and it's very simple displays. It's got a section for like pants, section for shirts. It's mixed between female and male clothing. You notice that there is a little section towards the front. There's like small chairs with some kids' clothing, simple design, mostly like onesie style with like pieces that go on top to keep them warmer. And as you walk in, there's a few customers scattered about at this time of day. But as you walk in and start to look around, no one really has taken note of you yet.
All right. Well,
Ascot, baby.
Ooh,
Ascot? I think
yes.
that might be it. Yeah.
that I think is the
Ascot.
name.
Yeah.
Well, Envy, where should we start? Do you have an idea of what direction you wanted to go? This place seems to have everything.
Well, I had an idea that we could all get something slightly similar, so we like match but then personalize it in our own way.
Are we maybe a color? That would be, that way everyone can have their own style. And, fit is very important. It's all about fit. You have to get something that's like tailored. Tim will know. Where is this Tim?
You hear this grunt as you yell out Tim. I'm not going to do the grunt. And
I'm just wondering how many of our viewers actually get this reference.
Right,
Yeah.
I
feel like everyone, half of
don't
3/4.
know. I don't know.
We have
I
some
haven't-
young
it's
viewers.
wild.
I haven't heard people talking about home improvement in a really long time.
Yeah.
Like, it
Well,
does-
now they
This is
know.
Fashion improvement,
I was thinking-
style improvement.
My wife
Oh.
thought style improvement, but I like this. He approaches. He's a human. He's got short cut but kind of manicured hair, kind of in a wave style. Scraggly short beard. He's wearing this shirt with this like kind of. It's a flannel shirt, but I don't know if flannel shirts are really around. So you see these patches in this design that's very symmetric and geometric with these square patches all over. And his pants are made of this thicker material. He's wearing boots, and he approaches you and says, "You guys are in your full armor and wearing the cloaks of Havish's employee." He's kind of taken aback and says, "Oh, something I can do for y'all?"
We are here to shop.
Oh, whew. Okay. I thought maybe something had gone wrong. So, yeah. Okay.
We have an important event to attend to tonight, so I'm not sure if you can outfit all of us or most of us by, the lunch hour, end of the lunch hour.
Well, I'm assuming you know that means nothing custom, but I can adjust things if you find something that fits relatively well. I can take it in or pull it out any way that needs to be done to make you have a good night. So, yeah, why don't you take a look around? Let me know what you see. I don't keep everything out front. I've got some more in back. So if there's a style you like but want a different color, if there's a color you like but want a different style, let me know.
Right. Envy, did you have an idea for what color? Since we all want to, does anybody?
I mean, there's statement colors like red and purple and blue.
Maroon.
What's
Burgundy.
What's the color of our cloaks that we were given?
The
My
cloaks
Lord
are
Havish.
dark. They're black, pretty much. Black.
They're
with,
just
like-
black.
Yeah, they've got that purple lining, the dark purple lining, but dark black. Yeah.
Should we do dark purple then? And we should all wear a clasp. That's for sure.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, sounds good.
So,
Dark purple.
Dark purple is my vote.
so you guys want to see everything I have in dark purple?
Everything that would be in dark purple that would be appropriate for a formal occasion and something not too expensive. We're kind of on a budget.
He starts to. He kind of smiles at you and says, "You can see he's thinking through some things." And then he looks over to Lupin, and you can just see him processing. He gets to Envy. Oh, okay. And then he gets to Calliope. This one might be a little more difficult. I have a few larger, more muscularly people might. I'll show you what I have. And
Thank you.
he goes
Thank
back.
you.
He leads you guys over, like, past beyond this initial front kind of display. It kind of spreads out a little bit behind, where there's areas with 3 or 4 chairs and a table, a little bit more room, but there are still displays of different types of clothes. He kind of leads you over there, and he rolls out a cart that has just a bar across it, but empty. And you see him start. First, he goes into the back, and he pulls out from the back. First, he has 4 dresses, varying. Some of the purple is a little lighter than you really are expecting. One of the dresses that's super light purple is disgustingly bare, just this thin spaghetti strap number that is yeah.
It's plain. It's just super plain.
It's plain, but it's also sleek and.
Oh, that's what you meant
Yeah,
about bear.
bare,
I was
yeah.
like thinking design bear, like like
I was
no fabric.
minimalist.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought so
I'm doing
too.
my best. Y'all can understand my
It's
stake in
great. I'm glad
fashion is as minimal as that dress.
Little mini dress, little.
You notice that 2 of them, I'll say that he pulls out more than just these first 3 dresses. In total, this is gonna take a while. He's got bouncing and he's coming and he's gathering things. I'm gonna say towards the end, it looks like on the rack as far as dresses go, he has 2 or 3 that share this very simplistic and what's like humble kind of approach. It's not too fancy, but it is clean cut, well made, fancy looking clothes. Like they look nice, but it's not extravagant. He has 2 pieces that are extravagant, what you would expect as far as like a noble ball goes. Those dresses have a lot of flash, a lot of flair, a lot of jewels and danglies, and there's 2 like that. And then you notice when he comes out, he brings out I don't know how to describe this. It's a onesie of sorts. It's basically pants in this thick, dark purple material that connect at the waist, and then 2 bands that cross over the front and then just connect behind. But then it has this fucking collar that connects behind where it does, that pops out, that's just like huge fucking silver collar. But the rest of it is okay, but this collar, oh boy. And then there's also...
Is that velvet? Is that a velvet material?
Well, yeah, it's not my usual thing, but I found this trick out, and he kind of like folds it up. Underneath, there's a softer, more like silk, maybe blend cloth that seems a little more nicer to the touch. He says, this isn't very much protection from cold or, real fabric. So you put this on the inside next to the skin, and it feels pretty nice. But on the outside, you get that protection from wind and cold. And, well, I mean,
Envy,
except
you
for it
would
doesn't
look
have any
amazing
sleeves,
in this. Envy, you would look amazing in this. You should definitely try this one on.
As far as size on this one, though, this fits a person that's more 6 foot, 7 foot. It's
Oh.
big.
Oh, well, I think that I've gotten the outfit.
He kind of looks at you and goes, "What, you like it?"
It's beautiful. Did you do this, or are you selling someone else's work? This is amazing.
I got commissioned this piece like years ago. They came, they wore it for a night. They paid me a good amount of gold, but couldn't take it with them. You know, the people out of Polstrom, they just want to get a story told about them sometimes. But yeah, I could
Nothing
give
wrong
you
with
a
that.
very good price on this. I mean, honestly, I'll give it to you for 10 silver.
Well, you got yourself a deal.
I'm glad there's a few of you guys, so I'm worried about how long this is gonna take. But that was one down. Awesome, very good. 10 silver.
I'm gonna flag Tim down and be like, do you have a dark purple shirt with like even my dimensions? Do you have a black coat and then a black pair of pants given these dimensions, like my dimensions, like exactly?
Oh, right to the point. Yeah. Let me. Your legs, they're a little different than most other bipedal races. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments on this.
Okay.
Put that up front. But I think I can find something that'll work out for you. Did you say pants? Or did you say coat and shirt? Did you want
I
pants?
said pants as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
3-piece suit.
So he comes out with like, yeah, he's got several pairs that are like pants and coat. So the shirt's easy. He's got several shades of purple, some with like this like crisscross pattern on it, but most of them just solid colored, simple. As far as the jackets go, he's got one solid black jacket. He's got he's got like 2 dark grays, and he's got one that's like a black jacket that's got like a light gray stripe down both of the arms, and kind of like it continues under and comes out the side. It's just a fashion thing. But then the pants, you notice they match up. The pants with that stripe has just 2 stripes down the out seam. That's not a word, right? But the opposite of the inseam is the out seam.
That was fine. Keep going.
Cool.
It's great.
Logic, deduction. But
And
yes,
junk.
you can tell by looking at the pants. You like pants for you normally just kind of wear them where your heel is out. They're not usually as long as you need for pants. And the bottoms usually get pretty fucking frayed up every time you run. So, but these are nice pants.
Okay.
He definitely has those options for you. Do you have any ideas about combinations?
I mean, formal looking, but least flashy.
Yeah, I'd say like you kind of do a combo of like a dark gray coat, the dark gray pants because they were already the longest, so you kind of went with this dark gray motif. But then the purple you chose was a little lighter than some of the other options, so it really is more of like a good color behind the black or the dark gray. Yeah, looks good. He asked for 6 silver for that.
Okay. I'll pay him.
Pay him.
All right, well, who's next?
Envy. Anything catch your eye?
I mean, there's a lot of options. If there's a way to like dwindle it down a little bit more, that would be easier. Something sleek, make a statement.
Do you like something body conscious? Something more, like a coat, like a jacket, like a...
Kate?
I don't know. Let's just ask Tim. Don't want to overwhelm you.
Oh, I was really, I had no clue, and so those ideas were helping out quite a bit. So, so you said what was it? You said make a statement.
What about?
You want to make a statement?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
I mean,
Let me try something. And he goes back, and he brings out. It's just the shirt and vest, but the shirt is this luscious purple. It's clean pressed, solid coloration, and then there's a vest it's this black, thick material. I'm talking like almost leather, but it looks like it's the touch. It feels like it's just layer upon layer upon layer of some thick cloth, making the main part of this chest. And in a star-type pattern, there are small jewels pinned into this vest. So as you turn, like it kind of sparkles, like white, like crystal white light. Is this a good place to start? I mean, make a
yes,
statement.
of course. Yes.
Just to be out front, and these crystals are just quartz. They're nothing crazy. So.
Oh, good, because that would be expensive.
Indeed, yeah.
Which is not what we're looking for.
He kind of gets close to you and says, "Now, I have matching pants."
What's the hesitation?
They're definitely flashy.
Well, let's see them. Bring them out. We're here to explore.
So he goes in and he brings out stark white, long pants with like the same crystals that like start at the knees in a single line down and then fan out to a wide flare, like bell-bottom type flare. And there's just this like triangle of crystals at the bottom of these pants that just have that trail that run up to the knees. And underneath, like as soon as you like acknowledge that, and he's got the pants kind of hanging up, he throws down a pair of boots that are just black boots, completely studded in these same crystals, although different colors this time. There's red, there's green, there's blue, just like multicolor studded crystals on these boots.
What does the fox say?
This. I can't wait. I want to see it all together. Are you gonna try it on?
Well, yes. I mean,
Go
see
ahead,
if
go model,
it's-
go model. And I like Shay like pushes him into the dressing room and is like handing him everything and like, oh wait, the boots, and like puts the boots inside the curtain and closes it, and it's just like.
The boots are tight, but they work. The waist of the pants, you can immediately tell that they have been worn before. And the waist has been stretched out a little bit. When you put on the shirt and the vest, you kind of feel that same thing. In the mid part of your torso, there is space there, as everything is a unit. Perhaps whoever wore this before had a little bit of belly, but you don't. And it's not uncomfortable or anything, but it makes the proportions a little odd. You don't have this like sleek shape. It's kind of just this straight line, like down the side, where the vest goes down. Yeah.
Well,
Come out looking like the Michelin Man.
Let's get a belt and we can just tighten that waist in. And she comes in and she starts like tucking in his shirt and like picks a belt that like kind of, okay, this'll work. Okay. And then is like, you know, trying to like do him up so that he fits better.
As
Like,
she's
a little
doing that,
pinning in the back
Envy's
is
like-
so easy.
Envy's like checking the price on everything.
All right, first, let's get a roll in because we are playing D&D. Shay, I would like a performance check.
Oh, okay. Why not? Let's do the sparkle dice because of all the gems. Not bad, not bad for performance. Wait, where's my window? I've moved things. Sorry, hold on. That is not bad. That is a 23.
All right. You find a great belt. Nothing special. Like a lot of the special components are on these main pieces. He doesn't have a lot of accessories. That is definitely one thing.
No, we don't.
Tim
We
the
want
Cool
something
Man
very
doesn't have.
simple
Yeah.
because the outfit's already so busy.
Right.
So we want something kind of sleek and plain.
So simple belt. You get his shirt tucked in. As you're doing this, Tim is kind of sitting over there watching, and he says, "That's pretty close. That's pretty close. But if you want to leave it here, I can definitely take in a little bit in the shirt and vest and try to get it more comfy and what's the word? You can see he's like thinking and he's stuck. Flattering? Yeah, flattering.
Yes, fit is important. Is there any way, just an idea, you guys, is there any way, Tim, that you could take off some of those gems from where they're really, there's a lot of them, maybe on the bottom of that pant or the boot where it would be inconspicuous, and maybe put some of the gems on Calliope's collar, and then maybe additional on the ends of the sleeves of Lupin's coat, so that we can all kind of look like that it's, you know, cohesive?
He like
And
stumbles around. Go ahead.
Calliope just looks over and goes just like, "You're good at this."
Thank you.
This is not your first rodeo with this.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Cowboy.
As you're saying these alterations, he's fumbled around. You see, he takes out a piece of paper, but it is like written on, scratched. He finds like a little bit of clean space on this paper, and he's like writing really small. And you collar from pants. All right. Well, my afternoon's set. Yeah, I can do that as long as you, ma'am, don't have too much of a complex taste or order.
No, I'm actually absolutely covered. I already know what I'm wearing. I did just want to see before we leave, your accessories. I'm thinking something, I don't know, maybe something for my head. I have a great hat already, so I was thinking something I could embellish or maybe a piece of jewelry. I don't know. What do you have?
Yeah, hold on, let me look. And he goes, like a minute, 2 minute, you see him kind of like going to different places around opening drawers and like sometimes he'll stop and look around. Good solid like 5 minutes of looking around his shop. He comes back and he has this large seashell, just a seashell, plain like open oyster, not oyster, I don't know, what still has the pearl, clam shell.
Abalone.
Beautiful, abalone, yeah, beautiful, but it's literally just a shell.
This is a lovely shell. I was
I
thinking
don't-
something a little different. That's okay. I just thought I'd ask. I was thinking like a feather or. Don't worry about it.
Well, I can get you a feather. He
When
goes-
we come back, if there's a feather
Okay.
there, perfect.
I have several different varieties of feather. I've got like hawk, like predator type feather, or
I was thinking like peacock.
Okay. I think I got you.
Or what's that one? And it's really soft and really big and fluffy. I don't even know what it is. Like I can see it in my head, but I have no idea.
Kiwi?
It's probably
Like the captain's feather.
like
Ostrich?
what is that?
Ostrich.
Is that ostrich?
Yeah, totally. The big.
was thinking-
That's an ostrich.
I was thinking
feather,
like a
sure.
dyed, maybe like bright
Is Big
yellow.
Bird an-
Or-
Is
Big
Big
Bird
Bird an
an
ostrich?
I think he's his own
Yeah,
breed of bird.
I don't think his inspiration was of this world.
Hmm.
So if you have one of those, that would be perfect.
Yeah, I'll pick a few that I like and I'll let you take a look.
Thank you.
Uh,
Right.
Tim, now, this is, again, for a very important gathering. Is there any way that perchance we could acquire a discount? And by that, I mean we all will be wearing Tim the Cool Man tailored outfits as representation by some of the most prominent people here in the city.
Give me a persuasion check and go ahead and roll that persuaded.
Can I? Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
You can do
Go ahead.
something.
Persuaded?
You can
I was gonna try and help him and go, and absolutely, because we're going to be talking to a lot of important people at this ball, and they're going to be talking to us, and we will make sure to promote you.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Both of y'all roll a persuasion, and then Envy, if you want to roll your percentage dice. And now your level's higher, so it's a better chance, right? I believe. The ranger class, or the race.
Maybe.
I think it's 30%. If I'm
So that's an 11 for persuasion,
okay.
because I rolled a 2. And that's a 91%. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, no, you would need to roll 1 to 30 for 30%. So
Okay.
Shay got a 21.
well, there you go.
There.
Okay, so I, of course, appreciate good business people and appreciate your offer. Yeah, how about, I mean, 2 of y'all have already paid. I can give some money back. How about he gives 2 silver back to each. The 10 silver that Calliope paid goes to 8, and the 6 that John
6, yeah.
that Lupin paid goes to 4.
Mhm.
For yours, Envy, yours comes out to like 37 silver.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say gold. I was gonna die.
So he's asking for 34 or 33.
33. Okay.
And then he says, and I'll give you a good rate, but I do have to charge y'all for the work I'm about to put in on these pieces. I mean, that is time, so you can see everyone make a perception check, just straight up perception.
Perception-y?
13.
19.
Oh, well,
Nice.
that was a nat 20, but I was holding my tray in my hand, so I don't know if that counts.
11 again. What is happening?
John, yours was 19?
It was.
He says, yeah, I mean, that's actually not going to be. Yeah, just, 8 silver for the group of them, and I'll get it done here in the next couple hours.
Wonderful. Does that work for everybody?
Yes.
Yes, we
Yes.
will be back in a few hours. We have an appointment to be, so yes, we'll be back in a few hours.
Sounds great. I'll get to it right away, and I look forward to you guys showing off my goods.
Thank you, Tim. See you in a bit.
Alrighty.
Right.
You guys take to the streets. That little interaction, we'll say it's now like, I don't know, let's be easy about it, 12:30. It's getting close to
Perfect.
when you would assume it's time to meet up.
Oh, I forgot to check. What is Tim?
A human?
Human.
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 Human?
Cool man.
Human. Who man? He's Tim Man, the cool man, Taylor.
Who man? You man.
Human.
Are y'all going straight there?
Human. Is that? Yes, but as we're like getting there, or we're on the outside, Shay would just kind of like to check in with her peeps.
Go for it.
Vesta, you too. Don't
Oh.
linger.
I'm going to say Vesta, she needed clothes, so she bought clothes too. So I'm going to have her, I'll do this off screen or something. Well, I'll figure out exactly what she gets. But she's there. She does spend her coin to get something.
Okay. Okay, so I know that we're just meeting Zaroc. Is there anything specific that any of you guys want to?
The leader of the lost.
Mm-hmm.
I
The
feel
one
like-
who needs a little help, according to
Yeah.
Traven. I don't know what to expect. I don't know. This all seems very strange.
Were those the individuals we met last night? Did they have any ties to the lost, or do we not know?
No, they were a different group.
Mm-hmm.
They
I mean,
were
their
the-
leader helps the afflicted, but with the lost, I only mean so much as Baraka helps supply the component that helps those that are fortunate enough to be healed.
Well, which group are you referring to? Are you referring to the Sisters of Shar, or are you referring to the? I forget the name of them. I want to say the Lost Boys, but they're not that.
The Misfits.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
I
we
meant
counted both of them.
yes, I meant Baraka with the Sisters of Shar.
Okay.
I know that they're involved, but like everybody's somewhat working together, but seems to have their own agenda and on their own terms. I don't know. I just didn't know if we should do a little like powwow before we go in. Because it was August 3rd in real life we last went here. We'll just dive in.
I mean, we can. I don't know. It sounds like we're going to be talking to the leader of this group, but it sounds like he had a few screws loose. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
what is...
because I feel he's being managed by
Mm-hmm.
by his second in command.
Seems to be a running trend.
Yeah, it does. So.
Didn't see that face by the DM just now. Poker face. Okay. All right. Yes.
I
Sure.
mean, we will when we talk to Zaroc, if there's any red flags that we note, we can discuss them after the meeting. I don't think we're making any
no
life-changing decisions, but
No, we've just been having a lot of these general discussions with people of import in the last 48 hours, and are we going to just introduce ourselves and see what information comes out, or if there was an objective?
I mean, I feel that for now we go toward the goal that Havish has put us on. He wanted us to meet the local leaders of the various organizations and see how we can help them.
oh, that's the other thing. Will we have time to discuss what we need to speak to Lord Havish about before our meeting with him tonight? Because I think after we speak to Zaroc, is he the last? Well, we haven't really spoken to the heads of the ladies of Shar, sisters, but
I suspect we're going to talk to a lot of people tonight. At least that's what I'm hoping for. And there's going to be a lot of important people in one room, so. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get this show on the road.
All right, you make your way through the Stonefall Quarter. The houses crumbling in disrepair. The occasional abode filled with those with the affliction or affiliated with the lost. And you come to the building, the administrative type building that you originally met Traven. And as you enter, Traven stands up to greet you and says, "Ah, right on time. I appreciate that, and so does Zaroc. Please, if you are ready, he's finishing up his lunch and we'll gladly talk now."
certainly.
So, he takes you into a hallway, a door through a hallway. You pass a couple rooms that seem to be, you see one open that it's just empty and used for storage. One has a desk with only 3 legs, but it's being propped up against a part of this stone structure where the wall had crumbled a little bit. It's kind of pushed into this corner of this room, held up by the stone there. And then you turn in this hallway and you get to this back room. Apparently this room must be towards the back end of the structure. There are windows, open, no glass or anything, but high up, kind of for light windows, not big house windows, but high up ones. And sitting at the desk, you see a lizard folk. There's a desk that he's sitting behind. There are several chairs out in front. You can see that none of them are part of a set or anything. There's kind of salvaged and arranged chairs of different size and make and comfort. But several, you can tell that there's enough for each of you and Traven. I had it. Where am I? Okay. The lizard folk you see is strong and athletic with dark brown skin highlighted with light-toned chest and torso. His head resembles a horned toad with a short fanning crest around his face. His eyes have a slight gray shimmer to them, remnants of his past affliction and similar signs that you have seen before. As you walk in, he takes notes and catches eyes with Lupin and says, "Ah, Lupin, I've been meaning to meet you and talk to you about your services. You have been a great friend of ours. I've heard of your good doing and welcome you to my chamber. Please, everyone, take a seat. Traven, fetch the wine." And Traven leaves the room for a second and comes back with a jug, glasses, again, most of them are actually wood glasses, one like pottery ceramic glass, not glass, cup, and he pours out wine for each of you.
Bad grape juice, my favorite.
Yum, yum.
Yum.
You can tell right away that the quality of this wine is probably not, high, probably maybe a home brew operation here. But fresh-ish. There's a lot of fruit, fresh fruit to the front of it. It's just not good wine. It's an okay drink. And as he, as the wine goes out, he says, "I am Zaroc. I welcome you to my chamber. Please, may I ask your names?"
Well, it looks like Lupin once again is the local celebrity of the group.
Not surprised.
Pleasure is all mine. I am Shay. Puts out her hand.
Shay, nice to meet you.
Yes.
And
Ma'am.
Calliope is gonna kind of gesture a little bit of a bow and say, my name is Calliope. Thank you
Nice.
for
Welcome.
your hospitality.
And you, sir?
Oh, I, formal bow, am Envy.
Envy. I've never heard a name like that.
Many are envious of it, I hear.
Oh, I see what you did there. That's clever. I do love a clever joke.
Oh, and our one last member, Vesta.
Of course. How could we forget?
Yes.
He takes up the whole room with that bright red hair. I mean.
And Vesta, welcome. Now, I was told by Traven that you wished to talk. Please.
Lupin falling silent.
Okay.
Well, sir, Zaroc, as you probably already know, we've recently been employed by Lord Havish, and we're just would like to make introductions, introduce ourselves, and get to know those of much importance here in the city. We've heard many good things and the things you've done, and continue to do, for those in the Stonefall Quarter and beyond.
I see. Well, I've lived here many, many years. I was unfortunately struck ill by the haze in my prime.
Ooh, sorry.
Thank you. However, through a great mentor and healer, I was able to climb my way back. I defeated the haze. Now just a memory of bad days. Gone, but not forgotten. Now, to serve a kind of debt. I dedicate my life to helping those similarly. That's me. I can't say that word. Afflicted. Hence, our family here.
How long ago were you cured of this haze?
Oh, it's getting hard to remember those past times. Many, many moons.
When you were most unfortunately struck with the haze, were you already leading the Lost, or did that come after?
Oh, the Lost was not here before that time. The Lost is my debt to pay back to someone who helped me by the goodness of his heart.
And who was that helped you?
Ah, my good friend, Master Kyson.
Mr. Kyson.
Master Kyson is, what does Master Kyson do?
Well, you definitely should meet him. Master Kyson is... Well, I don't know what he does. He has a small place where he reads books.
Is he a healer of some sort? Is that something he does regularly?
Oh. Yes, he must. He's a healer, yes.
Mr. Zaroc, do you mind explaining to those that are new to the city, such as myself, what does the Lost really encompass? What does that mean to be part of the Lost, or...
Well,
is it a club that we can join? Sorry. Gotcha.
that's a good question, Cher. The Lost is a family. We do our best to take care of those similarly afflicted. We help try to get money for cures. We look for other ways to cure. And we grow as a family.
And when you say grow as a family, do you mean you incorporate the people you save into your family?
Some stay, help out. Most are captivated by their new freedom and wish to leave. But those who stay are true champions to our family. They sell goods in the market, they help cook, they help teach. All in all, we're doing pretty good.
Nice. They give back, right? They're grateful for the things that helped them, so they give back.
And
That's nice.
Lord Havish helps out too. He gives some jobs that probably normally wouldn't be given. He brings people together so they can help themselves. And Baraka, she helps. She helps cure. She spends a lot of coin.
Yes, they're both very powerful, and sounds like you're saying they use that power to give back as well. Yes?
They do, yes.
Could the person that helped you clear the haze, could they not help others?
Master Kaisen said that he was able to save me because I am special.
In what way?
He said,
Not to deny the concept, just in what ways do you mean?
he said my affliction was different. Well, not that the
Let's call it.
disease was different. It looked different to him.
Sounds very powerful in his healing capabilities to be able to see that. This Master Kaisen.
Oh, Master Kaisen sees beyond sight.
Wow. Where does he live? Where is he here in Stonefall Quarter?
No, he's near the wall in Trader Quarter,
Okay.
near the front gate.
When you mean trader, like DER, like TJ's, or traitor?
Trader, yeah, trader, like merchant, trader.
Okay.
Have I heard of this Master Kaisen in my travels?
Of course, you know Master Kaisen pretty well.
Oh,
Of course he does.
He
sorry.
Of course you do, Mr. Lupin.
Sorry, the name. Okay, now I know. Okay.
It's gonna be
I
our
remember.
goal to take Lupin out of this city and show him like literally any other place where he has to meet people the old-fashioned way.
I'll live and die in this city. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no! The whole campaign.
Going nowhere.
No, please, I
forgive
talk
us,
enough. Go ahead.
Sir Zaroc. I hope our
No
I am
need
the
for
funny
that
one.
kind of formality. I
you
am
are-
simply Zaroc.
Oh, Zaroc. I hope our questioning isn't coming off as too imposing. We are rather intrigued about everything, and there's much of the stuff that we just simply do not know or not privy of yet. But is there anything you would ask of us or would like to know about us, our position with Lord Havish, that could be of benefit?
Okay. I would like for you to make a persuasion check. You can do your percentage again.
Okay, that's better. 27.
Ooh.
And
Oh, for the percentage.
Yeah,
Was that the roll or the percentage?
and 66 for the percent.
Ah.
Still, 27. I mean, you can really do much better than 27.
Yeah,
Jeez,
I rolled an
Louise.
18. So
I thought he was trying to get the 30%.
But that would give
No,
advantage.
so I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
his
27. What's gonna happen? Okay. Not to poo-poo on your 27 roll.
I probably needed it on the last one that I rolled, but here we are.
At your query, it's a very visible change in demeanor. He kind of pushes himself up in his chair. He kind of leans forward, and you see his brow is furrowed and his face is kind of stern. Forgive me. I don't want to sound ungrateful or needy. But if there's anything you guys can do to help us get cures?
Get what?
Yours.
It takes
Here's
us a long
type it.
time to raise money. My family is passionate. My family is love. We're not the best at work. So it's slow. We get out there, we make, we sell, we collect, we scrounge, we scramble. We are doing the best we can. But anything to increase our ability to make coin would be great.
How much does these cures typically cost you and the loss?
It depends if we get help. We've never cured from our own coin. Purely.
You mean you couldn't afford it?
No. But one day.
Was that no, yes? I'm confused.
No, we have not raised the amount desired to straight up purchase the
A
ritual.
cure.
Yes.
Okay, because each ritual is a very high cost, so you're saying the times that a cure has been presented, it's been by those with lots of coin outside of
Correct.
the lost.
Correct.
Okay.
But we are growing and getting better every day. Surely one day we will be able to buy our cures and end this horrible affliction.
Zaroc, is there a way to put in a good word with Master Kaizen? I myself am a bit of a healer, and I'm rather intrigued about the ritual process of how to actually heal the haze. And if he has knowledge, perhaps he's willing to teach it?
Out of everyone that I know, he's the only one that understands that stuff. Master Kaizen is very smart.
Something we have in common.
I'm a little confused. You mentioned today a meeting for us to introduce and learn. I have given my story.
I think that's what Envy just also tried to introduce, if there was anything specific you wanted to know about us. Myself, I'm not from the area. It's a lovely town, but I'm definitely not local. Hence all the questions. I apologize.
Miss Cher,
It's close enough.
what makes you you?
Wow. Well, right off the bat, nobody tends to ever look like me. That definitely makes me Shay.
You just described yourself for what you are not.
Well, what I lack, what I am not, what is the absence of what I am. Sorry, okay. I'm getting a little carried away.
So you don't know.
I am a performer. I like to make people smile. I like to make people laugh. And I'm a very big people.
I love the arts. Please, a small sampling of your skills.
Well, right now.
You have
Right
wine?
here.
You have friends? If
Oh God.
Pressure.
Well,
We can be your backup
usually,
singers. We'll be your backup
usually I tell. Usually, I like to tell stories from abroad, you know, from places far away. But because of brevity of time, we do have to be somewhere in a few hours. I think, how about a little song? A little song and dance.
yes,
Is that to your
please.
liking? Okay.
Just a taste.
Speaking of a taste, and she picks up her delicious sangria, by the way, and takes a big old gulp. And then she will pull out her flute that's on her hip, and she'll start tapping her foot, kind of like rhythmic. Okay, you can't say similarly. I can say rhythmically. Start tapping her foot. Envy. Can I get a little percussions on the side of your glass, maybe?
Oh, yes, of course.
Just- yep.
You
And
can't
she'll
hear it, but it's there.
theater of the mind, baby. And
Yes.
she'll pull out her flute and start playing a melody that starts off really like sweet and a little melodically, you know, calm and relaxing, that kind of starts picking up momentum. And she kind of makes eye contact with Envy when she hits, like, you know, the beat gets a little faster, and they encourage him to kind of increase the rhythm of his beat. And she'll play a little song and dance a little jig.
All right, so there's going to be separate roles here. Shay, yours is going to be a straight up performance check.
Mm-hmm.
Envy, your performance check isn't going to be straight up. You're going to make a performance check. The DC is a lot higher, and this is to see if you can keep up with Shay.
Okay.
I'm so glad I rolled what I rolled. For my first, like, official performance.
Yeah, your first
Yes.
official performance is a duet, though.
Yes, but that's okay. I just was like, you
Just
know, want to like layer it in.
In your mind's eye, can you imagine how distracting it would be if that tink tink on the glass all of a sudden got out of rhythm?
True.
Yep.
I really put him on the spot, if
Yep.
anything.
I am going to use my
Your fox's luck.
His luck?
favored by fortune,
Yep.
because I rolled a 3.
Oh my gosh, how funny.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Performance?
Oh, geez, guys.
Oh no, I feel like that's not high enough. Ah!
What is it?
And I already used one earlier. Okay, 8.
I could put luck and inspo into the chat, but that's cheating.
14.
So I'm not gonna.
14.
It's a
All right.
14.
That's not.
All
It's
right.
not terrible.
It's not terrible. So what happens is, as you start...
You didn't ask mine.
Yeah, what is yours? Sorry. You're really proud of it. I can
20.
tell.
27.
27. Man, y'all are getting close to those 30s already. You're only a little.
Why didn't I emboldening
This is
Bonda
the one thing
Thank
I'm
you.
good at. The one thing I'm really good at, though. Like, let's be
Yeah.
real. Okay.
So you pick up speed, and Envy, you can tell like right away, he's dragging behind. Like he's not picking. You're having to like slow down to like get. You're like pushing it up again. You're kind of having to do these swells in the song to like get him up to the tempo that you wanted to do. And so much like you can see he gets frustrated for a second, and you see this quick flash of like golden in his eye, and his ear twitches. And he gets to where you are for a second, and it's stable. You feel good. But the end of the song is coming up, and the end of the song goes really fast. And as you speed up to that final speed, Envy just isn't getting there. He gets there. It's not perfect. It's a little uncomfortable, but you finish the piece, and Zaroc stands. Ho! What a day! What a day! You have made my day. I have a request.
Well, before, just a little extra flair. You know, Shay was like playing her flute while watching Envy struggle, and then when he started to clap, she did come over and grab Envy's hand and like take him to bow together for Zaroc.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Would you play for my family?
I would love to play for your family.
All right,
What
great.
she said.
Tonight?
Tonight, we already have a prior obligation, and one that I would love to get out of to play for your family. I would much prefer that, but we have somewhere to be, and I think it's going to take all evening.
How about tomorrow night?
Absolutely. I don't have any plans. Do you guys? I think I speak for everyone, including Vesta, and we would love. Tell us when and where, and if you have any requests. Also, like I said, I'm a really good storyteller, so I can do song or story or both. Let me know.
Oh my, mixed media. I'm gonna get them all hyped up. It's going to be a real treat.
I
Well,
look forward to it.
we have a lot of rehearsal to do for that.
And
Please.
on that note, let's go ahead and take our break. Get some bathroom
Bows with some bows.
with some bows.
Yeah.
Bowel movements.
Oh, God.
Sorry guys, that was a real shitty joke. I'm not. All right, guys, we are taking 10 minutes to freshen drinks. I pointed to a cup that you can't see. Potty break. We will be right back. We will play the intro to bring us back in. We will draw for our critical dice giveaway. If you haven't entered !critical into the chat to enter that giveaway. We'll be right back, guys. 10 minutes max-ish. Bye.
Fish.
Solon, a world caught just outside the blessed fields of Elysium. Home to the migrated Gardenals, celestial animalkin searching for adventure. The Sun Guard are the protectors of this realm, standing against the forces of evil that seek to disrupt a lasting peace. It has been over 100 years since Bell's dark invasion faltered at Boiler Bay. In the north, Pelor's warming glow bestows prosperity to the nations of light. But in the south, a new story unfolds.
Hello and welcome back to Fable 42.
Not 24. 42.
47 would be way too much, but 40. Oh, there was a network error. Hey,
How rude.
how-
Rude.
Did we get booted? Did we just get booted?
Oh my gosh, we just got booted. No.
Oh my
We
God.
No, we didn't. We're good. We're good.
Too much chaos. Too
I'm done.
much chaos.
Yeah.
Oh,
To scale this chaos back in right now as a safety advisor.
Never,
Brother.
Cherie. Never.
Big Brother's like, the world's not ready for this. So welcome back. I don't need
This
to do the
music.
giveaway because there's only one person entered, Deceptor. In B, you win by default. The two greatest words in the English language. Come on, Simpsons.
Win.
Simpsons.
By default.
Just
I
default.
get it.
Yeah, default. It's a Homer Simpson joke. By the way, the guy that I just said won.
More scat.
You remember the guy? I said his name. Now I went away. Deceptor.
The
Hey,
best.
I want to know how many dice do y'all have? That'd be.
Ooh,
I'm
Deceptor?
interested to know. Like Deceptor and Bacchus and
Are you
Tig.
asking the chat? The
Yeah.
winners?
Yeah, they win.
Yeah.
They win a lot. So I want to know.
They
how many,
do.
I want to know how many dice they have.
Do you just or
Because
do you
they are
like dig
loyal.
up?
They are
They
loyal. Hey,
deserve
man. They are, and no one can have too much dice unless you
Heart.
have a hoarding
Heart.
problem, and then we are.
Or is it-
We are. Yeah.
What-
A couple
What's
thousand.
what's the new heart? I
Oh,
can't
boy.
do it.
That's
I don't know.
crazy. That'd be
That's
nice
crazy.
though. I'd feel like the freedom of non-committal because if you have that many dice, you literally just stick your hand in there, grab one, and go. I feel right. Like you don't put
Just
a lot
gotta
of thought into
separate
it.
them by types.
I mean,
Couple
I'm a-
thousand?
couple thousand. He's a dragon. Dragon.
Yeah, you.
It'd be
that's
cool to
what's
have
up.
like an old-fashioned gumball machine that just had dice in it, so whenever someone comes over, they can just take some dice.
Oh.
That would
I
be
love
fun.
that. That would be the
I mean, it
ultimate
Yeah.
The
thing to have in your
ultimate.
house. Like they leave and you're like, take a party favor, but it's
Yep.
just because they came to have like pasta with you on a Monday night, and you're like,
Random Monday
take a
night.
dice from the gumball machine.
I have to cough, and I don't know which one to mute. Sorry, Zoom. All right. Yeah, Zoom. That's, I can either mute Zoom or I can mute my mic that goes straight into the stream, and so
Interesting.
I figured the you guys would forgive me, but the audience might not.
Maybe.
Let's
I'll
real
think
quick. Let's remind everyone that we have tickets that we will give away next week to the Bay Area San Francisco Fan Expo. Yes, they've given us some tickets to give away, and we will do that next week. It's going to be a good time, and several of us Fabled 42 cast and crew are going out there as well. So keep
Yep.
your eyes.
What
Wait.
is it too soon to be like, I'm gonna be there?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I'm going to try really
We're
hard. Yeah, I'm trying
Yes,
really hard to be there
yes.
on Sunday. It's the weekend after
Thank-
Thanksgiving, which is a hard
Sunday,
weekend for a lot of
fun
people,
day,
you know?
yes.
Yeah.
And Cherie's gonna hopefully be there. So the three of us from Heroes will be there on Sunday, and these lovely two folks, John and Stax, would be, but they live in another state, so they love us, but not that much.
It's a
Not really
that's
that
a
much,
commitment,
actually.
Not really that much.
When you agree to play a game over the internet, that's beyond the expectations inherently involved in that idea. That was I don't know why I described that so descriptively.
Beautifully.
Anyway,
yes,
let's
makes
jump
sense.
back in. I believe we left with the cheers and woos of Zaroc.
Did we announce the winner? It's not in chat.
No, it's not. It's because there's only. Well, I'll just do it because there's only one in there. Hey, Deceptor.
I'm just.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you got it, sir. Friend. I'm pretty
You're
sure
right, though. You're right,
Deceptor
though.
is a
He
sir.
didn't respond, so maybe he'll see it now in the chat and be like, "Oh yeah, guys."
He
you
could have
know.
been on his own break.
You know, I'm strict about that.
Looking out for you, Deceptor. Looking out.
What is that? A dinosaur?
It's a
I went-
crocodile.
It's a crocodile.
I went to. Is it or is it a
Or is it an
crocodile?
alligator? Alligator
Alex.
is
Alligator.
That's
Alice.
Jeff Foxworthy language right there. That girl. Alligator.
Excuse me. Now I'm coughing. I got this alligator for 99 cents when I went to New Orleans for New Year's last year, and I love
So
it.
wait, you got it from New Orleans and you're putting it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Well, I
mean,
would
it's
say
not
that's
the
how she got
worst
COVID.
thing from New Orleans.
New Orleans
It's
is
not
like
the
one of my
worst
favorite
thing.
cities.
I thought
I
for
love it.
sure after that New Orleans Bourbon Street New Year's Eve, I was gonna come back with COVID, and I didn't. So you know what?
Keep.
I'm just gonna eat my little
Duck.
It's
Okay.
good for people, like it's like my own fidget spinner. Okay, that's
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's rein this back in. That was Shay. So as Zaroc kind of settles back in his chair, he looks kind of around, settles into ending his laughter bit and says, "Now you have introduced, I have introduced success."
a man of such few but beautiful words.
Well, then.
Actually, before we go, I just wanted one more question to follow kind of what Envy was asking. Envy, you asked a lot of questions I think were really important, but one more, Zaroc, is there anything that you would like, if there was one thing that you could pass on to Lord Havish, a request, a comment, information, what would it be?
Yeah, you're gonna roll persuasion, and then while I think of this
Okay.
onion of a question here.
Layers. Which layer does he reveal?
Which
Uh,
one?
Is it too late to emboldening bond her?
No, because you
It's like
mentioned
in
that
the
you wanted
process.
it just like the last little bit, so I would assume like you would have realized that it was a persuasion check. No, perception. No, well, it was.
You tell me.
No, I know.
I think you said persuasion.
For
I think
you,
said
yes.
persuasion.
Shay is
Oh.
persuasion, but I'm trying to remember about what Envy's role was that he got.
Oh, performance?
Performance. Thank you. So what was your role, Shay?
That was a dirty 20.
Man, that's a question, huh? You guys.
I had more, but I'm holding back for brevity
Oh,
of
this is
letting us continue the story.
This is easy. He says,
John, you're welcome.
he says, I don't know if you guys have been here long to notice, but at night, the air gets cold. And many of these houses, although they have been generously, that we have been generously given access to, are cold stone on cold nights. I don't know if he has the resources, but seeing him in that fancy keep tells me he probably does. Seeing him pay for healings does. Blankets, mattresses, that kind of stuff.
So, as simple as your people are freezing and you want some kind of solution to keep them warmer. Is that a year-round thing? I'm not familiar with the climate here, or is it just this season?
It gets colder, so it's mostly cold here.
Okay. Yeah, that, coastal draft. I mean, it's hard to avoid. All right. Heard. And thank you.
Well, new friends of Zaroc, thank you for your time. I look forward to working with you.
Now Shay will bow as she leaves.
He gives simple, just polite bows. And he sits back down, he kind of pulls his food back over. He did have a little bit of food left, and he looks at it and kind of takes a few big bites as you guys exit the room. Traven was there the whole time.
I know, we never said any.
Yeah, but it's okay. He didn't talk, and I'm gonna, I'm assuming that because you guys are people, you would have looked over once in a while and seen that it's that he would whenever anyone looked over, he would kind of give the eye, an eye raise and a smile, kind of this. You're here? Are you listening?
Like an unspoken kind of affirmation with each other. And I don't think we would have, I know Shay wouldn't have ignored him. We would have done the little head nod, hello, but given all of our respect and audience to Zaroc.
So as the door closes, as you're walking down the hallway, he starts to say, Traven, well, again, I do think you guys are going to do a lot of good. I hope you understand my situation now.
Yes.
His heart's in the right place. He wants to do good. He's just a little misled about how much good is being done.
Does he know about Raish or the Havish's men trying to, I don't know, evict the lost out of certain parts of the city?
I didn't know. I'm going to say what he responds, and then I'll explain it. He says, I haven't heard that any of our people have been getting evicted. You remember that those... maybe now you're questioning if those people you saw being chased but were lost.
I thought he's referring to the person who was being evicted in Traven's office.
Oh.
There was somebody when we walked in, right? Lupin?
I thought so, yeah. That's why.
Yeah. That's what I think he's referring to.
Gotcha. No, that was the clean one, though. That's where, so that was, to spread them out. They do try to... It's not so much eviction of, you can't live here. It's more you guys gotta spread out. You can't be huddled. It's 10 people in these buildings. You gotta spread out, and they're not...
a healthy attempt to...
Right.
a healthy attempt to, actually... not spread illness and disease.
Right. Yeah.
Not something more sinister and...
From what you can gather, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually good clarification, because I was with Lupin on that one. Yeah.
Did you work for Zaroc before he was cured of the haze? I'm assuming no, but
No. He was a pretty simple, unremarkable guy about town.
What did he do?
He was a damn good seamstress. Top of his
Interesting.
peak of his career.
Huh.
Interesting.
I love that because I was going to ask that, but I forgot. So thank you, John. I'll ask you the same question before we leave that I asked Zaroc. Well, maybe a two-part. What would be the number one request you would make of Lord Havish? And two, what do you think is the top pressing priority for you, those in the Stonefall Quarter, and or the Lost?
I think I'm just gonna be honest with you. There's a reason why simple requests that you heard him list, blankets, mattresses, aren't being met. Havish wants us to know that we are at his mercy. I am not gonna sacrifice the smallest chance that he offers up the coin to cure someone on trying to ask for anything beyond what's been given. Now, you might think that's cowardly or what, but realize that's the situation. If we lose his good graces, we're just gonna keep growing in number, unable to help those that search us out.
Well, Traven, I was asking that, not necessarily that I was going to tell Lord Havish that that's what you asked, but that's what we asked, what we observed. We're just gathering intel right now. You know, we don't know a lot, so I just wanted to know what you guys needed. Thank you for your honesty.
It's hard.
how big is the Lost right now? Member count wise, typically?
We've got about 7. It's hard to count. Some people come back for weeks, months at a time, years even, and then leave again. You know, people who don't want to commit their whole life being here, they come back every once in a while, but most of the time we have 7 or 8 not afflicted or cured that can help the group at a time. It's grown. I think we've gained 4 in the last month, which is a lot. I think we're sitting about 30 odd afflicted, and then their families. They're, you know, some of these houses alone have 10 people in them.
Well, thank you for your time and, you know, putting some time aside for us to meet Zaroc. We appreciate it.
Yes.
We'll be in touch.
Again, I look forward to seeing what you guys can get done. I mean, we kind of feed off of hopes and prayers here. I have hope. You got to take it where you can find it. So thank you.
Well, we'll see you tomorrow night for the performance.
I can't wait. Zaroc, I honestly haven't seen him that entertained in a long time. So, yeah, it'll be great. I know a few people that are going to really like that. All
All right. We're
he
heading out.
he
Thank
point,
you,
opens the
Tracy.
door and lets you out. He closes it behind, and you guys are standing now out on the street in front of this administration building, kind of surrounded by stone fall quarter structures.
All right.
How much time do we have until the event?
You still have time. I'd say it's like 2:00, and
Few hours.
you have a few hours for sure.
Are we meeting with Lord Havish before the party? Yes.
Vesta chimes in. No, we told him. God, that's not the right country.
No, that was good.
That's
sorry,
actually
I
feels pretty
disagree.
good.
We
Yeah,
told him.
Yeah, keep it going.
Keep
Think
it
about
going. We
Keep
told
it
him
going.
that he would have to find time for us around the time of the party.
That's right.
That's what we told him.
I don't mind going and getting ready now, so we have ample time. Taking a little nap, put our feet up, discuss all the things we've
I think
learned recently.
if we have time, we can make one more stop.
Where are you thinking?
You hear a voice. I'm sure there are more places that you guys, or not you guys, I'm sure there are more places that might be a little more important. And around the corner steps a man. Excuse me while I look this up. I had it right here.
It's just a
Nice.
man.
Nope.
The man standing
Nice.
is dressed in full coverage tan hooded robe tied at the waist with corded rope. His bald head shines from the mini can. No, that's wrong. You see one
with it.
insignia on his clothing, a simple outline of an eye with a swirling vortex as the pupil located on the left of his chest. Of course, Lupin, you recognize this man as
Yes.
Master.
Of course he does.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Master Kyson Fitzgerald. It's a hard last name to say.
Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald.
Master G.
Master G. Sweet. He's got his rap name now.
Yeah. Right up there with Lord Get the Yankee.
Lord G and Master G. I want to see them go neck and neck. Let's put a wager on that.
Versus.
Okay, I'll stop.
Get a versus going.
The
Is it
figure.
normal for him to be out and about like this typically?
That's a hard normal. He doesn't. He spends a lot of time at his desk. He does.
Right.
He spends a lot of time at his desk. He afforded a considerable amount of time with you. But yeah, no. I mean, you didn't see him on the streets that much. No. But as you turn to address him, his eyes are focused on you. And as you match eyes with him, you can see go ahead and give me a insight check. I'm just gonna say you're trying to read his
Insight.
face because that's what you do when you see someone that you know.
That's 10.
Kyson has been a stern trainer. He's spent the time to perfect his craft. He expects discipline. And because of that, although you were a good pupil, you saw disappointment every once in a while. And that is what you see right now. And he continues and says, what voice did I do? I don't even remember now. Lupin, I expected more. I did not expect to not hear from you again.
I mean, what was the last time I spoke with him?
It's definitely you were at a point where you were like going every other day. So you were like seeing him every other day or so. And it's been now like 5 days or so.
I would say then, I apologize, Lord Kaisen, or Master Kaisen. It's been a
Shook.
busy couple days. I'm not sure if you news had reached your desks, but I'd actually been won the contest, become working for Lord Havish.
So that's what it is? You knew it would get to me?
I mean, I was trying to get some other things out of the way, but again, I know you have your...
Look.
I mean, do I know that he has?
And he's walking up to you, and his face softens. He says, he gets like right up next to you, puts a hand on your shoulder and says, Lupin, you know, I'm not the one that expects things from you. So when I went to your house and talked to your mother, to see her that way, to see her distraught, I needed to talk to you. I needed to know what was up. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Given the work I am in and given the past that I've had, I felt that it was probably best for me to keep distance from him.
Yes, but in her words, you also promised to communicate and talk to her. Look, this is not the time or place to discuss. Pardon me for not introducing myself. My name, and he's now looking to the whole group of you, is Master Kaisen, a monk of the School of Infinite Thought. If you have the time, I would love to chat.
We have some time. Pleasure is all of mine. I'm Shay. Nice to meet you.
Shay.
Calliope.
Calliope.
Envy here.
Envy. All right, and
Can't get Vesta.
Vesta, yep.
Oh, and
yep.
Vesta back
Vista.
there.
Want to hear her say it?
Vesta.
Yes.
Her name's Vesta.
I guess my name is
Pleasure
Vesta.
I guess my name is Vesta.
I mean, I
Pleasure.
know that my name
That's
is
what
Vesta.
it, that's what it
like,
means. Pleasure.
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 But I have somewhere to be. But I will act. Sorry.
Pleasure. The pleasure is yours, I assure you.
I would love to pretend to be Vesta when she's not here. But I think it's better that the DM is.
It's actually just Shay turning into Vesta.
Oh yeah.
Anytime I
Channeling.
have coverage.
Please, above table, somebody ask Shay to do her best impression of Vesta at some point.
Yeah.
Awesome. He starts to lead you down the street. You were coming out of the Stonefall Quarter, so he's leading you. That's a direction that is east, towards the Traders' Quarter, towards the markets. But you're a little further north than the market. He's kind of staying on this parallel path from the main road, so it looks like you're going to be leading into more of structures and residences that are within the Traders' Quarter. However, as you pass the main thoroughway, one of the guards, there's two guards that kind of catch your attention and pull you over, and he says, "Hey, I know this is weird, and I'm sorry to bother y'all, but I have a request from Swinda. She, is that her name? I didn't even look it up because I had confidence, but now I have doubt. Swinda. Swinda. The ball tonight, we're a little behind on getting all the supplies we need. We just need a few extra bodies to help us out, grabbing the last few things and setting up. And Vesta pipes in, "Oh, thank you. Just walking around and everything, I'm ready to do something different. Don't worry, guys. You go talk to Master Kyson here, Master, and I will go and take care of this. I will see you all later." Okay. She.
Bye.
Bye. I'm gonna answer this talking because my brain is not there right now. Slothman Volpanol is a Gardenal race. It's not technically homebrew. It's lore and Planescape, but I have made 5e versions of it. Also Leonel, Lupinol, Averil, a lot of the Gardenals. So we have some of them here. Blah blah blah. So Kyson leads you to. Now I can read something. I write things sometimes, and they're fun to read. The directions, no. This single-story home located near the wall. Oh God, I was wrong. No, it's not near the wall. Sorry, but it's in the Trader's Quarter. Wooden structure seems relatively new and well-maintained, with what seems to be a recent enough coat of paint on the siding and roof. He opens the door, and on the inside you see... many candles light this single room structure. There's a desk area covered in parchment and bound pages, and there's clutters and stacks of papers, books, open books, books with markings, books with bookmarks, notes kind of like attached in certain ways and angles, shelves upon shelves upon shelves of books and books and books. He takes some stacks of paper off of several chairs. There's still not quite enough. He gets 2 chairs and kind of like eyes Calliope and Shay to have a seat, and kind of looks at Lupin and Envy. Is like kind of takes his own chair and gives one more chair to either one of you. And he starts to scramble for some tea as he says,
This is beautiful. This isn't a home. This is a library. Shay is just like smitten by all of the books, and it's so obviously so, and just wants to like convey that before he continues. Sorry.
"Well, you know what they say. When you love to work and you work to love..." No, that's not it. When you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. That's what they say. I am blessed to have passion for my work. Well, he's going to go French. I think French will be good.
And what work is that?
Ooh, yeah, so that's not French.
That's okay.
That's okay.
I'm having an attack.
Go
Okay.
Italian.
Oui, Italian. It's European of some flavor. Oui.
We are in a fantasy land. You do what you want.
So
His attacks in every other word.
I am a man with several charges, if you will. My temple, my beliefs, my training teaches me to be charged with maintaining the cycle of life. It's the balance of birth, death, and renewal that's pivotal to existence at the most base level. This foul land is constantly assaulted by unnatural, nay, supernatural forces out from the Badlands, even from the tunnels below us. There's a lot of balance that needs to be here. There needs to be hope. There needs to be life. There needs to be creation. It can't all be gloom and darkness and shadow. So, when I graduated my training at the temple, do I have the name? Temple of Infinite Thought, I chose here to take my charge to dedicate my life to the balance. And part of that too involves archiving, learning, hearing stories of the land, learning what the balance is really all about.
So are you an archivist or a healer or both? Sounds like you dip your toes in a little of everything. A very cultured man, it seems. Lupin didn't tell us anything about you. Shame on you, Lupin.
Shame.
There are many things you don't know about me.
Oh boy. I'm surprised at that. I would assume he would know that if you were all good-natured and good-hearted, that I would be happy to help you in any ways that I can. Now, it did not take much reading and investigation and asking questions to understand what people's view of your little ragtag team is. But I want to hear it from your mouths. What are you guys?
Well, we started out with a very, very poorly named 7 when there's not 7 of us. And we kind of left it there.
No, but in your mind, in your vision, what is your purpose?
This got very existential very quickly.
No, I'm sorry. Not like individual or not spiritual. I mean, your job. Your employment, your paying, this tournament you won, Lupin. I'm hoping, man, I'm going it's all there now.
It's because he's such a cultured guy, right?
Yeah.
So he's like a little of French, a little Italian, a little of this.
I am telling you guys right now, I am not going to be pushing for a conversation between Lord Havish and Kyson, because that sounds impossible.
Well, I think I'd like to hear what Lupin thinks on this, because I'm a little tired at the moment.
Lupin, we've had many conversations. Not ever about what you wish to do, what you wish to be. I'm sorry if this questioning, I just don't understand.
What question do you want answered? Do you want the answer of...
What is your purpose as Lord Havish's mercenary crew?
Sounds like he has an idea already.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel that Lord Havish wants us to play nice with the varying factions and try to give the facade of everything is fine and perfect here and to bring more people into the city, which it's not the perfect city.
So your job
He's
is
also... Sorry.
Your job is to paint the pretty picture of the town to attract tourists? You think Lord Havish cares about tourists?
I think he cares about bringing more people to the city, like to live and to...
Well, I think he cares about image. Cares about his image and the city's image, and I think what he wants to convey may or may not be aligned with what the city really is. At least from what we've gathered in the last 48 hours or so.
So your real mission,
have
the
the-
real facade, isn't the city. It's Lord Havish himself.
But that's underneath, I think. The real objective, at least. What I think is that he wants information about his city. Most of which he probably already knows, but he wants us to be his eyes and ears. And his face.
Do you have any
Straight.
ideas of what it's for?
Give me a persuasion
Did you
check.
know why? Why? Okay, I will do that.
'Cause we haven't
here we
rolled any
go.
clicky clackies yet.
With your clicky clackies. $14. Oh wait. Yeah. Yep.
Did you pick people for your emboldening bond? Would it still be active? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know, but
Because that was with the meeting with Zaroc. Is that when you did the emboldening bond? Yes.
yeah, it lasts for 10 minutes,
Yeah, no,
so
it's
I don't
gone.
think.
It's gone. So what was the final number for the persuasion?
14.
14. To be honest, I know much less than I feel comfortable knowing. There's something going on. It just doesn't add up. Why? The Githyanki, I've got books, I've got journals of their many expeditions, their holy crusades, their treks into even the realms of the goodly gods themselves. They don't do good for people. That's not the right. They don't do good for people. I can't put the dots together. But perhaps you can. Now,
Thank you for your candor.
I do believe it can be said that there's certain things that we can accomplish that Lord Havish, given his position, would not be allowed to do. At least that's what I'm finding in meeting all of the interesting folks here within the city. It seems like there's a level of trust that can be built that might not necessarily be given to a person of his position, if that makes sense.
Or might not be warranted.
question. The intelligent predators of the world, how do they lure their prey? Do they make them feel scared and small, insignificant and weak? Or do they make them feel comfortable, complacent, protected?
Same.
Who are you insinuating are his prey?
Again, that's a dot
Us?
that I haven't connected.
Or other people?
Obviously, your assessment of his hubris, his need for stature and reputation, those are indeed aspects that I have confirmed and agree. But his... it's very frustrating that I can't... I've yet to see him lose his temper. I've yet to see him strike out at someone unless ultimately deserved. I haven't seen him... He's conceded so much to the other houses of Gorspire. He's given up power. That is not the direction of the Githyanki, to give up power, to concede authority. This is new. And
New since when?
new to Githyanki culture. It stands out different from their
Okay.
regime, from their typical method of action.
Well,
So it's bigger than Lord Havish. Something else
Of
is pulling on
course.
his strings, even?
The Githyanki, there's always another officer higher up on the chain, leading up to their king somewhere in Sigil, in the abyss. But Havish has been given relative freedom in his actions and decisions as far as this encampment is concerned. Apparently, the tradition is every once in a while there will be convoys from Sigil to assess the progress and current state of the encampment or the outpost. In this instance, though, I have not heard of such a meeting in over 7-10 years.
Sent by who? The collective houses? Or the
No.
Githyanki?
The Githyanki beyond Gorspire. His
Okay.
superiors there.
Where do they reside? I'm not so familiar. I mean, maybe Shay is. On like the culture and history of the Githyanki as a
I'll
whole.
let you roll, but I don't know if Shay would be. So I'll let
Okay.
you roll.
Might as well try.
Might as well.
Oh! That was a good roll. It's a good roll. It was almost a natural 20 and a 19. So plus, that's a 21.
21. You do. I will say that, like, yeah, there were Gith where you're from. You've encountered them as a race, and just
Yeah.
in small talk, you heard someone say, like, they were complaining about a boyfriend Gith, and they basically said, "God, I just wish they'd all leave and go back to that godforsaken Sigil." And you maybe asked what that is in this conversation back in the day, and she said this lady said, "Yeah, it's in the abyss, you know, it's dark shadowlands, and you know, continual despair and all that horrible stuff."
Okay. Okay.
So
Well, continue.
do you guys have a plan? What are you working on? Do you have a mission? Do you have a goal? Has he given you a task to perform?
so looking around, is there like a bunch of books
Mhm.
just everywhere?
Mhm.
Can I do an insight check?
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because from what Envy has heard, Master Kaizen
Kaisen.
is a smart individual.
Okay.
So the odds of him not knowing the answers to the questions that he's asking us is slim. But he's probably, I don't know if he's testing us or he's just trying to see what our perspective is of it, but that's kind of what I'm inciting. Is he asking this because he doesn't know,
Gotcha.
or is it because
He
he
wants
kind
to
of
see
wants to see like what we would say over?
Yeah, go ahead and give me the roll. Give me that sweet, sweet dice roll.
Oh, it's trash! Wait, I can do it again. I'll use
That's
my
your last one for the day? There you go. The ball
Do
still
it.
tonight. Yes. Successfully exhausted him of him before the ball.
What am I rolling? Insight?
Insight.
14.
14. Okay, 14 is enough to, on the very basic question of, is this a smart man? book smart. Book smart as in, yeah, you feel like he is highly studied, and you feel that he talks with a knowledge of the subject. However, you don't detect lies, especially when he says, and he's reiterated it, that he's got missing dots. He's got things aren't connecting. You generally feel he's telling the truth when he says that. But you do get the impression that he probably has some theories. He seems like a very smart, inquisitive, and investigatorial. Is that a word? Investigatorial journalist.
Well, a very smart man would know that word.
Yeah.
And he'd probably be able to
Investigatorial
pronounce
acolyte.
similarly.
And rhythmically give it out.
Similarly. How do you do it? Similarly.
Similarly.
My tongue just doesn't do that
lurly.
movement. Lurly.
Just say similar, and then
Lurly.
you add
It's
lee.
lurly.
Similarly.
It's like
Similarly.
early with the lure.
That's actually
at the
good. That's
front.
good advice, Stags. Similarly. It's just emphasis on a different syllable.
Lurly.
Similarly.
Bravo!
Similarly. You fixed me.
Natural
my
20 on
gosh.
the performance.
What a day. What a day.
What a day!
What a day.
Master Kaizen, perhaps I can pose this question for the sake of brevity. What does history generally dictate for the Githyanki? Are they ones to run away from power, or are they generally the sorts to have something else sort of hidden beneath the facade of how they're perceived by the general populace?
From my extensive study on the history of the Githyanki, especially the fated Githyanki, which these are a particular guild of Githyanki, not to say they are not deceptive or persuasive in their ways, they can be diplomatic to a point. History says that their main method of action is complete control. They dominate their will on those who would stand in their way, and the areas that they govern, that they have control over, are usually under strict and complete control of the Githyanki leaders.
Well, I can say, at least from our position, there's a lot that's being withheld, not freely given to us. Even back at the keep, there's certain areas we're not allowed to go to. As Shay said earlier, there was 7 of us, but we quickly were dispersed to different tasks. Namely, one of them being Lord Havish's son, who was also Githyanki. And I believe he's being fed other information that we're not aware of at this present moment, that could have something to do with why they're so freely giving power to the other speakers throughout the city. Not sure if that's necessarily true or anything, but it does paint a picture that if we are to be together, then we should technically be together in some capacity. The fact that we're 5 deep now is disheartening in a way. So there's a lot we still have to learn, but we're getting there.
Wait, are you saying you wish for Raishal to be a part of your group?
I mean, I don't know
Or at
if he
least
would
to understand
mesh
why
well
he's not.
with us, but yeah, why is he not with us?
I never would have guessed he would have actually participated in such an endeavor as aiding the other houses of Gorspire. Not all Githyanki agree with Havish. There are many
Including
that...
his son?
No, his son is blindly loyal. If he had an opinion, he would keep it to himself. He fears his father. No, but I've heard stories amongst the god that some
The
people...
god? No, the guard. Okay, sorry. I was like, wow, this guy is the person to know. It's like...
You
Sorry.
just found the super NPC,
I was like,
the one right
holy
before the
shit.
next. It's before the next like zone.
Those are not books, those are portals into different realms. Be careful.
Blah, 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 blah. What was the question?
The guard.
The guard. It's a god. There are many that feel that the Githyanki should seize complete control, to stop trying to appease the minds and spirits of the people of the town. The Githyanki way is to rule with an iron fist. And that's the way they are used to doing, but Havish has apparently gotten away with trying something new.
What do you know about, and I might need Chelsea's notes for this, name of dragon that Vesta is now working for?
I got this. I got this. Come on, DM. Give me a second.
I
A
know you
second.
got
Well, there's Nasara.
That's it.
Sarah.
Okay.
Sarah.
That's the dragon's name?
That's the dragon's name. That's the
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting very confused with who was the dragon and who was the original liaison. So Nasara is the dragon. Thank you.
It's Shandaeus.
Deus.
Shandaeus is the So what's your question exactly? Is just information about Nisara?
Right. Well, that, I mean, see what he knows about them and if he is aware of the, I guess, connection between...
I can't start Githyanki in the accent. For some reason, there's a skip. It's because it's the Githyanki.
Zigizyanki.
They are very particular when they pick their location for their next outpost or expansion. They have relationships, that's not the guys. They have agreements with red dragons from many realms. It's part of their heritage. It's part of their nobility is agreements with such equally divisive and deceiving creatures. So when Lord Havish came with Lord Inran to Gorspar Keep, the agreement between Nisara and the Githyanki here had already been established.
We don't hear about Lord Enron very often, do we? I mean, I understand that it's Enron's keep, but I think nobody's mentioned him in quite some time.
It's
If
been a
ever.
while since he's been gone. Lord Inran did see more benefit from the Iron Fist ways of life. His rule was absolute and complete. There were many who were, I mean, to be honest, many
Was
more...
he Gith as well?
Yes.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
To be fair, there were many more people struggling and destitute during his reign. So, to the Githyanki, his control of the keep and the surrounding area was to be celebrated and eventually earned his promotion back home. But yes, it's been many years now since Inran. Most humans would be in their later years if they were but kids during Inran's rule.
And how would they decipher the rulings between Lord Inran to Lord Havish? I mean, nothing here is in Havish's name, and there's remnants of a previous leader. How will Havish amass to any sort of power if he's in the shadow of the previous predecessor?
That is their ways. You must learn how to step out of the shadow of your predecessor. You must do better. You must earn more. You must bring more glory to Sigilin, the people, the fated Githyanki. That will get him everything he would desire.
Well, that's it then. That's why he's not ruling with an iron fist, as they say it.
So what you saying, you think this is some kind of experiment or radical shift in culture or...
Just a very long play, until all the pieces are in the right position before he forces his hand.
Ah, there it is. Yes, my thoughts exactly too. I feel the pieces are invisible to me because I don't know what they go to. I don't know anything about them. It's hard to see what the pieces are if I don't know what they point to, what they came from, what... But I agree, that feeling, this thought of a long play or waiting for the right moment. The Githyanki, they're not known for patience. So perhaps that is the answer. Perhaps Lord Havish is just the most patient Githyanki in all of creation, but... Are you willing to take that risk?
I mean, we, and I speak for us in just the slightest of terms, but I personally do not wish to be anyone's plaything as far as moving them into a position of power or something of that sort.
Oh, not even BukBuk?
There's only one position he wants.
Well, here we are, heroes after dark.
This show is for adults, friends.
Wow.
Wow, that just derailed me. Regan! Enemies just gonna shut up and sit there and look pretty.
And think about a certain someone.
Take it over, Shay.
That was above table. I don't know what you're talking about. Everybody's still having a conversation.
How did above table destroy my, like, entire
I'm so
mind?
sorry. I destroyed your Zen? Fuck, I'm such an
I don't even know what I
asshole.
was talking about.
I was out there in the ether, man.
Ugh.
Damn it. No, you were I mean, really, Envy, you were talking to him about, like, you don't want to be his plaything.
Yes.
That you don't want to be anybody's power
Yes.
play position to enhance their position.
You don't want to
You're
be
welcome.
your employer's plaything? You are his
How much am I getting
mercenary.
paid, bro?
Were there, like, expectations put on the table before you started your job, or is it...
Very loose,
Right.
I would say. Loose.
Gold. Some gold, 5 gold. That's about.
It's all very interesting, actually. You know, entice a group of individuals
Perfect strangers.
with
Mhm.
said
Give them a
regimen
taste of money
money
and power.
Nothing that would be too ostentatious or break the bill in any sort of way. And you have loyal subjects to a degree.
thing is, he still hasn't really explicitly told us what we're doing. He hasn't really asked us anything specifically. It's all been kind of open-ended, very general. I mean,
For
he
some
wants
of us,
it.
at least.
That's true.
Lizzo, she definitely got an assigned task, and even
Vesta.
Best. Yeah.
Wait.
I mean, I
But-
feel that.
So, she was one of the contestants, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And you say she got some different assignment?
To
She's
us,
studying
yes.
the underground caverns, making a map, or completing the one that she was given.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. There
Why
seems to
would
be a
Avish
lot
want
of.
to know about the underground caverns? They're natural, formed by the lava from Folly Peak.
Probably because they're inhabited by something, or someone, or being used. I don't know.
Do you have proof of this?
Or will be.
Just a rumor.
I mean, if we see Lizzo again, we can definitely ask her how
Yeah,
she's
absolutely.
faring.
Gosh, that's the problem with this. As soon as I feel like I've got the next piece of information that I can investigate or inquiry, I've got nothing and I've got to put it to the back burner. I've got plenty of other things I'm working on here and they are all important. And until I have something I can really hold on to with Lord Havish and whatever his long play plan is, I've got to focus my time on other things.
Well, what is your long-term goal, anyways?
Why,
Why are you so interested?
as I said, my post is here. I was sent here to do the best goods that I could do to maintain the balance. The balance, death and despair and poverty and sickness have overwhelmed the balance of this land for many, many, many years, but lately, it's not going the right direction. We are skewing more towards darkness, towards shadow, towards evil. It's not the right way. We must find a foothold to maintain the balance. We must find a way to bring in the good, to bring in the light.
Was the balance the reason why you cured Zaroc of the haze?
That would be a good explanation, but it's better than a reason that I would have. Zaroc, I found him, and I felt such inner strength in him. He had such constitution, such willpower to overcome his affliction, to rid himself of a sickness. I just helped him tap that energy inside all of us. It's the same energy that I tap into for my studies and for my training. I was able to harness it, and over many, many weeks, rid him, apparently, of the disease. But I tell you, I've tried multiple times on some other people, and without avail. Perhaps
Or
Perhaps
Oh,
I
Did-
caught him early. Perhaps he was not as advanced as the other people that I see, but I have no way of knowing.
When you say that when you healed him, did you use this special component that they speak of, needed for the rituals?
Oh, you know about Permian.
What? The what?
Permian.
Permium?
Permian.
Permium.
It is highly refined and extracted Paramon ore.
Pheromone ore?
Yes.
We didn't have a name for it before, but yes, that.
This is very powerful and rare substance. Very technical to extract and filter and refine the ore into this particular formulation. However, once in permium form, it can be used in rituals to add permanence and enhance certain spells.
Sit.
It. Okay. Hence permium, because it's a permanent. Okay, very nice. Very nice, Colin. Very nice. What does it look like? If an average person were to come across it, like either in raw or refined, what would
The
it
raw
look like?
ore is this very dull graphite-like matte black crystal. But when heated to extreme degrees, I'm talking extreme heat in the forges of dwarven workshops or deep below the earth's surface, then that is how you can refine and filter the magical component of this ore into the permium extract.
Well, so it's from underground.
The ore is within the stone of this continent or this world, yes.
But you said that it has to be heated up, which means it has to be refined by laborers who do it underground, deep underground. There's always this theme of underground.
3 questions, Master Kaiser. First,
Today's.
I think I know the answer, but the haze, was it here during Lord Inron's ruling as well?
Yes.
Before?
Two,
The
Follow-up
haze-
question. Before?
The first case of the haze, as it's foretold, appeared around the time Bel's army marched across this land on their way up to the Nations of Light. That was over 110 years ago.
All right. Second, you spoke about the ritual, or not necessarily the ritual, but the way the haze has been treated. There's been a factor of darkness that's come into play as of late. Was that after Lord Inron's
balance?
departure?
The darkness and the balance, the evil and...
Yes, that.
I wish I could tell you such finite details or locations of this balance, but the balance is very extensive. It's uncontained. It surrounds, all-encompassing. This area, as I refer, being this continent or this land, has increasing shadow and darkness over years and years. It's not, it's slow, but the balance is going the wrong direction.
When you see the shadow, do you see that same shadow in me?
Give me a persuasion check.
What a question.
That's a
Staunch question.
ballsy one.
Persuasion?
Mhm.
Non-natural 20.
Dirty.
He lets out a sigh. Lupin, we have worked many sessions together, and I've tried to show you how to control this energy, this essence that seems to be surrounding you. You are, in a general way, correct. Shadow can be as much an essence as ice or fire. It has weight, it has density, some would even say it has intention, it has agenda. While I don't think the shadows that surrounds you is evil per se, it is of shadow, and most applications of shadow are for evil purposes. I have offered it before, and I'm going to offer it once again. I would like to reach out to my friend, the plague doctor, Luthanol. I think he could give you more answers that I could not give on this shadow. If you wish. I mean not to push. For those that don't know, have y'all met Luthanol yet?
Luthanol, no.
Luthanol.
Luthanol, no. I have not.
He is a alchemist and healer of pretty strong skill, and he kind of takes a second and he makes sure the door's closed all the way. I have been working with him to try to find a more natural and accessible way to treat the haze. He has extensive knowledge in herbs and medicines, both on this plane and extraplanar. He's put in a lot of time and work into this project ambition of ours while maintaining his own services and business and goods to be delivered. I'd like to say we are close, but it's too hard to tell.
What do you mean by that?
The permium is a unique component of this ritual and of this magic. Without it, we don't think there is one ingredient that can replace it. However, a combination of natural or extraplanar magics or herbs could potentially replace it. But it takes multiple combinations of trial and error. 2 herbs, 3 herbs, 4 herbs. There's combinations of these compounds into these elixirs to try and cure the haze is a lot.
By the way, because you're obviously very knowledgeable with all of your learning, where is the permium, raw or not, found for the most part, geographically?
I have been trying to answer that question on a different level. More importantly, where is it concentrated? Where is there a source large enough to make it worth the while to set up an operation to obtain such amounts of permium that would be needed to profit and to make it worth it? I've looked around. I do not know the answer to this question. There must somewhere be an operation. Somewhere they must know how to refine it. They must have the tools. They must have the extreme heat that must be applied. They must have an understanding. And I have yet to become aware of such a place.
Is there anything that is glaringly obvious that we're not aware of that we should be? In general.
I hope that you are being very cautious when it comes to Lord Havish. Now, I believe I said that I had never seen him act irrationally, act on someone innocent or that didn't deserve it. But don't be fooled. Once deemed deserving of such harsh punishments, he does not hesitate. I don't know if you are aware that Gorspar Keep originally was inhabited by orcs. And when Lord Havish took the reins from Inran, there was an orc house.
We heard a bit about it, but they fell out of the top houses. But we don't know any more than that.
Well, this is a part that I fortunately do have some of the connecting dots here. I gotta just read it. The leader of the orc house was named Trick Bouldersnug. He was brutish and tribal, and they did not take well to the Githyanki rule. They felt that they were cheated out of their rightful ownership of the keep, and this house system, this cooperation between the leaders of the different guilds here, was not their prime desire. There was an instance. Apparently, there was enough evidence to say that the Trick was attempting to assassinate another one of the house leaders. In this instance, there was a public trial held, at which was once found guilty. Trick was summarily assassinated by all the leaders of the house.
How long ago was this?
This was about 30 years ago.
So the houses have only really been in power since this happened and they took over.
Since Inran left. Inran departed this area around 40 years ago, and Havish quickly set up this house council system once his rule was concreted.
Who was it that he was supposed to have tried to assassinate?
The one known as the boss.
The one that still resides here, who's no longer a head of the house, but a head of the Misfits.
The Misfits has been his house the entire time, yes.
Oh, so the Misfits, who I was under the impression is some underground ragamuffin criminal crew, is actually regarded as one of the powerful houses of the continent.
The boss has a say, just as much as Lord Havish himself in the council of the houses.
I didn't know that. Did anybody else know that? I didn't know that. Maybe Shane knew that. Chelsea didn't know that.
Now, this has been very enlightening for me, and I hope for you as well. Again, I hope you have appropriately aligned yourself to be aware that there are not many here that you can call friends if your intentions are pure and good. Now, you guys seem like you want to do help. You guys seem that you want to do good. You remind me a bit of another groups that came in here a while ago. I would like to help you in any ways that I can.
Well, I'm a healer, not as skilled as either of, well, anyone that's able to take care of the haze, but that doesn't change my curiosity for wanting to know as much about it as possible. Would you be opposed to me coming to visit sometime to learn more about the haze, these herbs, these other possible treatments that are out there?
Indeed, and perhaps you would like to meet my Nuthanol himself. He loves to talk about his craft. I'm sure he would gladly fill you in on the details of his research.
Of course, yes.
I can set that up. Tonight?
Bruh.
Bruh.
Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon.
This is awesome. You guys literally like just
Easy.
extend the schedule out. Every day is just like, okay.
Is the performance
breakfast.
tomorrow evening? Is that
Tomorrow
Yes,
performance.
thank
Oh.
God.
The flute performance is tomorrow evening.
So
it's
6
gonna
weeks
be
in
tomorrow
real
afternoon
time.
or early
Yeah.
morning.
Just kidding.
We're doing better. I think we're picking up steam.
No, we are gonna. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Master Kaizen, my last question.
Is that a
For
promise?
those, for now at least, for those that you were treating with the haze, the ones that didn't
Oh.
make it out.
I need to clarify something. I've never actually treated anyone in the haze other than Zaroc. Zaroc, he had some other, his key, his life energy was strong. I was able to manipulate his key as I manipulate my own to push out the disease. However, most people afflicted do not have this energy to aid them in such an endeavor.
Is that something for the rare few that have been cured of the haze through the ritual process? Did they have those same type of traits in them? Basically, I'm trying to find out does the ritual work for just anyone afflicted, or do they have to be sort of like Zaroc in the first place for it to work?
To be fair, I don't go around the town trying to gauge everyone's key that I pass on the street. However, I will say that one of the cures, I was able to meet with the person chosen, and they did not have that same energy inside of them.
Okay, so there is a difference somewhere in there that makes Zaroc sort of special in that regard. That's all I can think of for today. Question-wise.
Before you cured Zaroc, did you know him before you cured him? Like, did you interact with him?
Not so much interact with him. He kept to himself pretty well. However, I did hear stories from other people about his craft. He was a fine, God, what's the term? Like, so it's seamstress, but there's other terms, right? Like sewing person. Such beautiful art coming from such a strong and strong creature was pretty impressive to most in town. To me as well.
So you noticed though after he was cured, like his difference or change?
What do you mean? I thought his symptoms had completely disappeared.
I mean, the person we talked to did not seem like an able-bodied leader of a group. He seemed more, I wouldn't say a simpleton, but that's the word coming to me.
Unfortunately, that is the word I would use as well. He's not the brightest bulb in the banquet hall. Yes, but he has. Not all leaders are intelligent. Not all followers follow because of smart decisions or progress. He is a leader because he brings comfort to a group that hasn't felt comfort in a long time. They don't feel comfort on the dailies. They fear for their families. They fear for their health. It's hard to say that a more intelligent leader would do better. Perhaps not. I appreciate you guys sharing the information that you have shared with me today. I have a few things, a few leads that I will follow up on and perhaps provide you a little bit of more information than you already have. Should I set up an appointment, a meeting with Nuthanol tomorrow afternoon? Is that what you would like?
Afternoon.
Tomorrow after lunch?
Sure.
Sounds good. It's a pleasure
Yes.
meeting you all. Lupin, I've given you many pieces of advice. I've never expected you to take them. You seem to take them freely. You need to go talk to your mother.
What? His mom's around? Alright, something else he never told us.
Did he not?
Just squeeze her into
that's
the
right.
morning slot for.
Let me pencil her in. She's confused. She's scared. And it's the last thing you told her. Let me see if I get this right. Oh god, I wrote this down. Hold on, it's a Word file. I didn't have Word open, guys.
I know something that Shay didn't hear, but Chelsea heard.
So, yeah, what?
Yeah, it's something his mom said. That quote, cheese makes everything better. It's from the very first episode.
I believe she said you wrote to her that for her safety, she should not be connected to you. He told her to write a letter? You expect her to feel like she is on the same page as you from a letter? Lupin, I expect more from you. She has stayed by your side through thick and thin. You don't deserve her if you treat her like this.
Insight check on Lupin.
Is Lupin's the mastermind of this whole
Let's
thing?
see. Let's see. I like this roll.
He's the BBEG.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? I'd be so mad.
I will throw this pin.
It's only 11.
11. You want to give him an 11 on insight answer there, Lupin?
I mean, with an 11 insight, Lupin is uncomfortable. So that's pretty easy to see. He would, I guess, he would respond to that message that you're right. I probably don't deserve her. And sometimes I wish I didn't bring her into this life, like this life that we are in now. So, you're right. Maybe she is better off with not having me.
I feel I have failed you, Lupin. I've been able to teach you to control things that some people would never learn in their life to control. Yet, somehow I wasn't able to teach you to give yourself a break and to allow yourself to change, allow yourself to be a better person. I can tell that's what you want. It's not hard to read. I didn't need to study for years to know that about you. Eventually you will change, or she will. But I hope that the next time you see her, your eyes will be open to how much she cares about you and how much she's afraid for you and how much her anger, her sadness is just a manifestation of not understanding. If you help her understand, perhaps you can help her with those things too. Now, before the air gets too dark to find my way around to look into a few things, I must ask that we meet again tomorrow for our appointment, and I bid you adieu. We're going to end it right here at this goodbye. Shay had to take off, and so that was a good place to end it on this hanging bit of words, encouraging words to Lupin from Master Kyson. Let's do the giveaway and enter exclamation critical into the chat for the critical dice giveaway. Gosh, why am I not logged in to Streamlabs? But I'm logged in, but I can't chat. That's so weird.
Goodbye, you guys. Good night.
Good night.
Bye. Night.
No, that's not the one. That just entered myself in the chat. I mean, the thing. I'm so beep boop boop. Okay. So we are hopefully, I haven't confirmed, but we're gonna be here again next week. We're gonna continue this awesome story next week. The week leading up to Thanksgiving, actually Wednesday's like the day before Thanksgiving, right? We are not going to be streaming a game on that Wednesday, but we will then be back hopefully to stream a couple in a row for you guys to move this story along. As I'm seeing, we don't actually have, oh, we do have one enter. There we go. I'm gonna roll it. We have one entrance. Grizzly Games, congratulations.
Grizzly Games.
Find me on our Discord. I can do the chat from here. WTF, mate.
Catch me on Discord.
Find me,
that?
Colin FFRPG on Discord, and I will get your information so we get those dice sent out to you. We are going to raid. I'm going to find somewhere for you to go in case you want to watch more D&D action for the evening. Guys, thank you so much for spending your Wednesday night with us. We had a blast. That was a bomb of lore and some good role playing. I had a dope session. I saw a Grizzly game say dope, so I said dope session.
Dope.
Anything you guys want to say before we log off?
Oh, don't forget next week
Yes.
they are giving away those tickets.
Yes.
Thanks.
For the
If you are in the Bay Area, we have tickets to give it away for the San Francisco Fan Expo. If I had to guess, the tickets are pretty expensive. Like this is a big giveaway. If I had to guess, so stick around, stay in our Discord, listen to our Discord, and we will let you know next week sometime. There will be a drawing, a giveaway for these tickets. So thanks again, guys. Have a good evening, have a good weekend, and we will see you here next week. Come back. Wait, Friday? This Friday? No,
I think they might have a replay or something. I don't know. I can't
there
remember.
probably will be something on here Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific, with monsters. Anyway,
Yes.
we'll raid. Stick around if you want more D&D action. We'll find somewhere for you to go. Otherwise, we will see you next week. Good night.
Thank you.